please read and pay attention to the disclaimer on this slide. When you extend your investment horizon beyond the next quarter or two, earnings growth becomes a dominant factor in stock price performance over time. To understand this better, look at the graph on the slide. The green line represents a company's earnings per share over time, showing an upward slope as the company grows. This graph is crucial as it highlights why earnings growth is key to investment returns. The blue line, representing the stock price, moves up and down around the green earnings line, reflecting investor sentiment. Despite up and down fluctuations, the stock price generally rises over time, following the green line's upward trend. Even if you buy at a peak, as marked by the dotted red line, long-term growth usually ensures your investment increases in value. This is even the case if in the future investor sentiment is negative and the stock is at a low point, as marked by the green line. That's the power of long-term growth. The longer you hold a stock, the less your initial purchase price matters. Now let's look at a slow-growing company. The green line on this slide, showing earnings per share over time, has a much flatter slope due to lower growth. The blue line, representing the company's stock price, fluctuates above and below the green earnings line as investor sentiment changes. For a slow-growing company, it matters where you bought the stock. If you bought when the blue line was above the green line, you might lose money if the stock price falls below the green earnings line in the future. With a fast-growing company, the longer you hold the stock, the less it matters where you bought it because earnings per share grow rapidly. However, with slow growth, the initial purchase point is crucial since earnings growth is minimal. Is General Motors stock undervalued? The stock market, as measured by the S&P 500 index, is currently trading at 24 times this year's earnings. General Motors is trading at 5 times earnings. So, you can buy $1 of General Motors earnings for $5 while you have to spend $24 to buy $1 of earnings of the S&P 500 index. General Motors seems to be a bargain compared to the overall stock market, but looks can be deceiving. Why is General Motors so cheap compared to the overall stock market? Just as perplexing is the company's stock chart. General Motors' share price has basically done nothing for over a decade. That's why many investors call the company's stock a value trap. It always looks cheap, but the stock price has languished. Let's examine the company's earnings per share history to answer these questions. Presented on the slide is General Motors' earnings history. What do you notice? Like the stock chart, there hasn't been much change in the company's earnings. From 2018 to 2022, General Motors grew its earnings per share by only 11%. Pay attention to this point, because I'm about to show you that the link between earnings growth and stock price appreciation is very strong. Let's compare the earnings history of General Motors and Microsoft. What's the biggest difference you see between the two? From 2018 to 2022, while General Motors grew its earnings per share by only 11%, Microsoft grew its earnings per share by an astounding 353%. That big difference in growth is the reason why Microsoft trades at 39 times earnings and General Motors trades at only 5 times earnings. Now let's compare General Motors to the mobile phone giant Apple. Again, what do you notice? Over the period during which General Motors grew earnings by only 11%, Apple grew earnings by 105%. How about a comparison with NVIDIA, the super-hot AI semiconductor company? Well, NVIDIA grew their earnings by 218% from 2018 to 2022, also much more than General Motors. Are you seeing the pattern? Let's do one more comparison to make sure you are. This time, let's look at a company in a different sector than technology. United Healthcare, the biggest HMO company in the country, grew earnings by 74% over the period we've been discussing. That's almost 7 times more than General Motors. Here's a visual comparison of the earnings per share of all companies, excluding NVIDIA. The time period is extended back to 2011. As you can see, General Motors is the lowest and flattest line on the graph. What do you think the chart showing comparative stock price performance is going to look like? Here's the stock price performance comparison going back to 2011. Again, General Motors' stock price is the lowest and flattest line of the graph. Its stock price dramatically underperformed the other companies. Can you see the link between earnings growth and stock price performance when I put the two graphs together side by side? That link seems to be strong. You should remember that. I know you're thinking that I left out NVIDIA. Here's what happens when I add it to the stock performance comparison. The company outperformed by so much that it makes the other four lines look relatively flat. It's tempting to think that searching out the lowest valued stocks is a way to find undervalued companies. Valuation is not as big a factor in determining stock returns as many people think. That's not always true, but over the past 4 decades, it's mostly been the case. An increasingly positive view of a company's long-term growth and profit potential fueled by a consistent stream of positive operating results is usually the biggest driver of a company's stock price.